everybody, and welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. Indeed, it has been a very magical Wednesday morning on the show, and of course it has been extremely interesting for me on a personal note. And of course we're going to add in a different beat to it. Actually, we're going to add in some beats to the show, like I did say during the earlier segments, if you were tuned in on MTV Sports. And of course, before I get there, I just want to remind our viewers that tomorrow we are showing Lone Ranger, which of course I know a lot of you are fans of Johnny Depp. You'll be able to see him on screen if you actually manage to win tickets for our MTV Sports movie night. And if you want to win tickets, all you have to do is just type MTV space LR and send an SMS to 7788. Again, I'm going to repeat that again. That's MTV space LR, and you need to send it to 7788. So don't waste any more time. Pick up that phone and type it and send it, and who knows, you may be a lucky winner of 2 tickets. Now, of course, we've been talking to Budchana about magic, and I am going to introduce a new guest for you, who is going to add in a different kind of dimension in terms of art, something quite unconventional. So without much further ado, I'm going to invite our next guest for this morning's show, Julius Mitchell. Welcome, Julius. Nice to have you on the show, Julius. I've actually, I need to say this, I've seen you perform some time back, and I must tell you, I was quite impressed with the performance that I saw. And of course, alright, I've got a little piece of paper here, and I've got a definition which I've taken off the internet. Now, a lot of people are unfamiliar on what beatboxing is about. So I'm going to read it out to you, and I'm going to ask you your opinion on the thing I'm going to read out, alright? So it says, beatboxing is a form of vocal percussion primarily involving the art of producing drum beats, rhythm and musical sounds using one's mouth, lips, tongue and voice. It may also involve singing, vocal imitation of turntablism, and the simulation of horns, strings and other musical instruments. Beatboxing today is connected with hip-hop culture being one of the elements, although it is not limited to hip-hop music. So what do you have to say to that?
Well, I've actually come across this definition. I wouldn't say it may involve the elements of singing, turntablism. It does involve. I think how I would basically, in a basic manner, how I would define beatboxing is making music with your mouth and nose and voice. So yeah, because it's like how I see it is just an extension of singing. Singing is making music with your voice. You say words, you scat and express music. Beatbox is using all elements, or maybe even combining all elements of the voice, mouth and nose, tongue, and making music. Yeah,
I see. I mean, like, for example, on different international talent shows and different performances, of course, you get a lot of clips on YouTube and stuff. I've seen lots of beatboxing, and it's absolutely quite remarkable, right? But I've seen you perform, and when I compare you with some of the rest, I need to tell you, I thought that you were actually in par with excellence.
Thank you.
And I'm actually quite privileged myself to be seated next to you, because I think you are a true performer. And later on during the show, he's going to do some beatboxing for us, and you'll see indeed. But do tell us a little bit about yourself, Julius. Let's get to know Julius.
Yeah. So, I am basically a full-time musician. I perform as a professional beatboxer for shows, for gigs, for corporate events. And I also teach beatboxing, singing and piano for a musical academy.
I see.
So yeah, I've come from a background with choral music, because what inspired me to get into music was my college choir, St. Benedict's College Choir. That was my first inspiration.
I see.
When I was 10 years old, I saw the school choir, the school senior choir, and I was like, wow, to sing music with so much of harmony in it was very amusing for me. It was and that kind of intrigued me a lot. And so after that, I got very much interested into singing in harmony, like choral music and a cappella music, which kind of became my love eventually.
I see.
Then I had this interest of making a cappella music, a cappella arrangements of songs, doing my own covers and renditions of songs, say Michael Jackson, Brian McKnight, songs like that taken, and I like to make a cappella arrangements of those.
I see.
Even choral music. So then it came a point where I wanted to do all these harmonies and singing and something more.
I see.
Which is why I came to a point where I was searching for a beatboxer.
Okay.
And I didn't even know what beatboxing was, because I was making arrangements for this song called Stand By Me. Everyone knows Stand By Me. So
yeah.
I was doing this arrangement, and I wanted a person to do a beat for this song, and I couldn't find anyone, and I didn't even know there was this thing called beatboxing until a friend.
Yeah, actually, that's the other thing I wanted to ask you. How did you come across beatboxing? How did beatboxing introduce itself to you?
I'm getting there.
Right.
So when I was finding a person just to do a beat for this song, this arrangement that I wanted, I couldn't find one. There weren't like proper beatboxes out there with proper techniques. You can do a drum beat with proper drum sounds or percussive sounds. So then I looked into this in the net and see whether I could teach myself to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So then luckily I came across the YouTube tutorials, the beatboxing YouTube tutorials, and I taught myself to do it. And believe it or not, I get, like he said, he gave up. He got bored with magic, and I also got kind of bored with this beatboxing thing, and I stopped. But then like 2 weeks later on, I kind of, like, something inside me told me that go and do this and like practice hard. So just for about 3 or 4 sounds, I kept practicing for about 3 or 4 months to get it right. And as I got it and I was able to like do it, I thought to myself, if I can do this, I should be able to do the rest of the sounds. And I kept growing and building, and now I am where I am, but still there is a long way to go.
I see. Well, Budchana, you and I were on the show, and we were kind of impressing. You were impressing your viewers on your little tricks. But what do you say we put Julius on the spotlight now and ask him to give us a little demonstration? Yeah?
Yeah.
How about it?
Cool.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right.
Always ready.
Are we ready? I think we're ready. Let's go ahead.
Better
Come
be.
on.
Okay. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to hear is unplugged music.
Awesome. Dude, that was some really good stuff. Okay, I kind of noticed Julius. I mean, first of all, that was some amazing stuff from Julius. That was amazing. First thing I wanted to ask you was when you just did some beatboxing over there, I kind of noticed there was a bit of a dubstep feel involved in it.
Yeah.
Was there a lot of dubstep in that?
Yeah, there was. What I just did at the end was like dubstep.
And what other genres did you mix it with?
I kind of base it more on dubstep. There, maybe a little bit of drum and bass feel, but mostly dubstep.
I see. And when it comes to beatboxing, I know like most of the people associate beatboxing with hip hop. Are there other genres you can associate beatboxing with?
In fact, I do like hip hop. That's where I came from, the hip hop culture. Hip hop, dubstep, bhangra, classical, house, electro, you name it, you can do it. It's just a matter of you being creative and innovative enough to match it to the certain genre that you want to do.
I see. That's quite remarkable.
Yeah.
Also, obviously for a beatboxer, you need to have certain rhythm that flows in your body. You need to be into it. And I know that you teach beatboxing. You teach, and beatboxing is not only your forte. You're a singer. You do a lot of a cappella. You teach a lot of styles of music in general with these kids, right?
Basically, I don't teach a lot of styles in music. What I think I'm good at is teaching how to get the voice out for a singer to if he's kind of having difficulty of singing out, getting his voice out to sing.
I see.
I can help him do that.
I see. So
but I can teach pop, how to sing pop and R&B. But in terms of if he's interested in doing different genres, I can mold the voice and teach him how to get out the voice, get the voice out rather, and it's up to him to do his own genre.
And see, what I was trying to get at, Julius, is that now, see, a lot of people, we as individuals, there are a lot of things we like to try out, like to do. But I would say that sometimes we may necessarily not be the best at it. Because certain things in art, you just need to have it in your system, you need to have it in your body to actually be really good at it. Even though you try really, really hard. Would you agree?
Well, I would say that certain people might be born with the talent of being an artist or a musician. But I believe music, I wouldn't say everyone can't do it. I would say it's a free gift given by God, and just some people might tap into it easier because they might it's kind of what they're born to do. But I believe everyone can do it if they just tap into it. It might take more work than the person who is more talented in it, or who's born to do it. But say when a person who's born to do marketing or like engineering also can tap into music, but I believe it just takes a little more time and effort to do it.
So on that note, if I ask you what is the best thing that you've got going on for your life, the best thing you're good at, what would you say?
Best thing I'm good at would be music, and I'm performing artist.
Alright, okay. On that note, we're going to go in for a short break. We'll obviously get back to Good Morning Sri Lanka with more magic and more beatboxing. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.